see an athlete that I just saw in the NFL draft, and I see him crying, hugging Roger Goodell because he just made his dream. Mm-hmm. He gets to Tampa, where I'm in Tampa, Florida. He arrives the next day, and I'm crying when this guy's crying on the TV, on live TV. The next night, I see him in the casino with the other athletes, the other players, and I pull him to the side. I say, man, I saw you on the TV last night. Man, that was great. And let me tell you something. And he's an African-American young man, so I'm thinking I should have some responsibility as a role model. He doesn't know me from Adam. Let me talk to you for a minute. I'm Bruce. I've been in the industry a long time. I saw you, man. I'm really proud of you. Congratulations. And I'm telling them, I say, listen, man, this is a place you don't really want to be at a lot. You know, come out and have dinner, something like that with your friends, but you don't really want to gamble a lot. I've seen guys, man, I can name you names that you would recognize that it hurt them badly, you know. Mm-hmm. So I'm going to move again with something, and this is still related to that. Theo, tell these guys about how in Las Vegas, in Nevada rather, employees can gamble right in the casino where they work.
They work.
Yeah. Well, it depends on the casino, like, and like I can't, as a table games employee, play table games, but maybe someone that works in one of the restaurants that are outsourced can play.
I said employees. I didn't say where.
Right, employees. Well, that's what I'm trying to say. Employees is that's a wide thing. Employee.
I'm sorry, I'm not correcting you, Theo. Don't kick me. You know, Theo's a thug. He's like mafia casa. So I'm sorry, Theo. I'm sorry. I didn't mean that. Theo, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to do that. See that desert back there? I don't want to be back there in that desert.
You don't want to be a casualty.
Okay. Shut up. 86 is right.
I'm sorry, man.
86.
Yeah.
Okay,
8 miles out, 6 feet under.
6 feet under.
See what I'm saying? Casa, listen to him. Okay, so in the employees, I'm sorry, I cut in. I'm sorry.
Well, yes, I mean, it depends on where you work. I mean, remember we were downtown at Fitzgerald's, and these guys would go right next door to another casino on their break.
On their break.
We did. We talking about guys. we did. What are you talking about? We did too. Hey, I got to get back, but let me finish this roll right there. You know.
Wait, Mike Darley might be listening. Don't say that.
I know you. Well, not when I was working. When I was on my days off. But I remember getting a call because I had a security and a customer complaint, and I go to the area, and there's an employee fighting with the guest about a slot machine, physically fighting. It's one of the dealers.
He's been watching that slot machine on his break all the time. Now it's ready to hit. I need to sit down.
Fighting with the guest, an employee.
Yeah, that's crazy.
And wondering how come she's getting written up and not losing the job. Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
So
we had it in Atlantic City at the beginning. Also, like the waitresses, they could gamble right there at the same place they work on the machines, not on the tables, but they could play on the machines. And you will see some of the girls that they started just betting the coins. I just bet the coins that I get because you know in slots they used to get coins as tips, and then they went into the dollars also. But you know it's a big open thing of opportunities there. Some casinos allow it, some don't. And as Theo said, it depends on the policies and procedures that they have in place. But Theo, going back, I want to bring something really interesting that maybe a lot of people don't know about, and Kasha will be thrilled to find out. A lot of people don't know that Theo was one of the best car counters in Atlantic City. And
I wouldn't say best, but I was
you were there. You were there.
I spotted a lot of people that
you did
respect me as doing so.
I remember in those days, every casino had what was called the count team, and the count team was nothing more than the in-house car counters that would look for car counters. And there were ways of doing this. Some of the casinos at the beginning had the catwalks, and the counters will go there and look underneath. I remember we used to carry mirrors in our pockets, and we would put the mirror down on the table so the guys wouldn't see you looking up. So you would look at your mirror and rebound from there to there and to the table that you wanted to watch. And it was, to me, it was very exciting, and I learned car counting because I really liked it. But when I was a pit boss at the Showboat, and Theo was one of the top car counters there, whenever I had somebody that was like betting, the betting pattern in my mind wasn't the right one, and was increasing his bets and making money always in most of the hands. I would get on the phone and page. Remember the beepers we had?
Yeah, we had beepers.
You guys had the beepers. I would page Theo or one of the county. Would you tell us about that, Theo?
Well, when I started supervising and got full time at Tropicana, it was something that I was interested in because I felt at that point in time, when I first got in the business, I wanted to be a dealer and I wanted to be a pit manager. So there's a far step in between that process.
Mm-hmm.
So what do you do in any business? It's not just a casino. You have to perform. You have to show people that you're knowledgeable in what you do. You have to show up to work every day and let them know you're interested. So they had a position opening for the card count team. And I'm like, yeah, I want to get on there and join that. But I didn't realize there's a lot of classes and studying that you have to go through because card counting.
Work.
Yeah, there's a lot of work. You got to put in a lot of memory. I mean, you
Mm-hmm.
can't just pull out a card like a basic strategy card and say, what does it do? You have to know at that point in time what the count is from all the cards that are coming out, what the player has from a hand as a dealer. Is it a 12 against a 6? Is it a true plus 2 or 3? Is it a minus? Mm-hmm. Does he hit? Does he stand? Does he split? Is he making the right moves? How much money is he betting at the time? So there's a lot of things that are involved in that. And for me, that was just exciting. It was something else that I really truly wanted to get into. And I'm going to be honest, it took me a couple times to pass that test for the variations, because it's not something that just anybody could do. And with anything else, eventually you get to the point where, okay, I can count this one table down, but can I count this one down at the same time I'm standing in between? Because I got counters on both when they used to come in with teams.
Mm-hmm.
So, it's you just try and get better and do the best that you can. And started using fingers, +3, +4 on this one over here, +5, +6 on that one, 2 aces out, so you just got, but with anything else, when you want to do something, you do your best at it. And if it happens, it happens. And it's still, when I go out and gamble, sometimes I don't even do it anymore. I don't even use it because it's to really make money on it. You really have to, it's like poker. Kasha, you play poker?
No.
No? Well, poker is just, you have to just really be.
Theo, just like to, just to let you know, I've been only once in a casino.
Oh, really?
Even like, maybe just walking through rather than like really being and playing.
Is that because you were listening to your friends saying it was no good, so you didn't go in there?
No. I don't know. Like I didn't have a chance. I don't know, but like I will definitely go. Yeah.
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 No,
I mean, yeah, I'm excited. In fact, like I'm excited to go like right now and to discover this place. Yes. Now, like when I know a little bit more, yeah, it will be exciting.
And it's changed a lot now. You got restaurants to go into. I mean,
yeah.
So it's not just some places bowling alleys.
Yeah, it's a form of spending time, entertainment. Yeah. Theo, like an interesting thing, like for me, because right now you are table games shift manager, right?
Yes.
And like, what this work involves, like, I mean, like what you're doing.
My day consists of when I come in the morning, I have to get my staffing ready. So we have a thing called Schedulees that shows all the people that are working for the day.
Okay.
The tables are typically already assigned.
And how many people do you work? Like,
well, on my particular shift now, since I'm on grave, it's a smaller version. So I'm going to say probably about 100, 110 around there.
Okay, it's small.
Shift on swing shift, it can be.
It's not small. 100 people to manage 100 people every day is not small, not at all.
Very small.
Yeah, that's small. That's small. But once I get them situated, for me, I do the paperwork for the end of the night. So I have to go in with all the figures that after they do the count, figure out what we did for a win-loss standpoint. I got to do a little report, and I send that to a bunch of different people via email. That takes me about an hour. Then after
you and I did that together at the castle.
Yeah, exactly. Yep.
At the castle.
Yep, sure did. And then after that, I go out on the floor and make sure the staffing is there, make sure that I try to look around and see if any customers look like they may be causing problems or just anything out of the ordinary. And, I try to make sure I go around and say hi to the staff, and, just manage that over the course of the day. I mean, we're not really busy from probably 6 o'clock in the morning until about 8. Then people start getting up and coming.
And and there is more. You are more busy, and like, what's your work ambition? I mean, in your career, like right now you're. Yeah, like
Retired.
Yeah, but okay. So how do you want to
like
get
Lance
there?
Allen?
Okay.
Lance is the
So
man.
how do you want to get there? To
Well,
retire.
right now, I just want to stay healthy and work my time out. Like I mentioned, I go to church every Sunday, so I'm trying to stay focused and humble and better myself as overall, and try and teach that and treat other people the same way. So, at the same time, just enjoying life as that time moves forward. So I'm not stressed out. I try not to go to work stressed.
Would you like to reach, even for higher positions, or
I would. I'd be open for that. You have one for me?
Yeah.
It's
coming.
I've never passed that opportunity up. I mean, the only thing with me is I'm not at this point in time really willing to move from Las Vegas unless it's a lot more money. So if any of you people that are looking for a nice executive in another town, just know that you can reach out to me if you like. I like Las Vegas. I like the conveniences of it here. I like the weather. It's just something that's you get used to from being here.
See, Theo works now on what we call sunrise or graveyard shift, and that's the smallest shift. But if you're like a swing shift, which is a night shift, it could be 300, 400, 500 people, depending on the casino size. And it's because you don't micromanage. There's systems that are in place. Everything's done with compliance. Everything's done with internal controls, minimum internal control standards. But there's procedures and positions for everything, and support. And if I have faith and confidence in the people that work as a team, and everybody knows what they're supposed to do, because, and once again, I think we mentioned this before, your team is a reflection of you as a leader. And if you're not much of a leader, if you're not really good at managing, and you're there, so people.
But Bruce, like, what it takes to create like this, good working procedures and systems.
Trust. Confidence.
You have to trust that you're doing the right thing.
Respect.
And a lot of times I say this: if I leave and I can't say to my boss, "Yeah, I have someone that can step in and take my place," then I haven't done my job. All right, because I'm there to teach as well as learn. So as I learn, I teach my other people. So hopefully, prayerfully, I get a promotion somewhere and I say, hey, listen, Miguel can take my spot. Well, why? Well, because he does this, he's done that, he's done this, he's done all the things, he's volunteered. He knows how to do the scheduling. He knows how to do the roadmap. He's great at handling our irate guests. That's the goal,
a leader,
in my opinion, of a leader, to be able to say, yeah, I can walk out of here right now and boom, he could take my spot, or she can take my spot. So
it's a leader. And I'm not just blowing smoke up the chimney. I would use that word chimney, but Theo is a heck of a leader. He was a vice president before of another operation. Theo has been a role model for me for many years. The respect I have for him and the way he operates, the way he moves, I say, man, I like the way he did that. I like the way he said that. And that I listened and I watched, and I'm sure I told him that before, but you don't hear it enough. I'm sure you don't hear it enough now, but I'm going to tell you again, and that's why you're here today. We couldn't wait to have an opportunity to speak with you and see you again, man. It's so good. You're looking good.
Oh, it's a pleasure. It's a pleasure.
Yeah, man.
It's a pleasure.
Guys as well. I mean, we people don't know Bruce and I have been friends for many, many years. So, I'll shoot him a text here or there, But it doesn't matter if I don't hear from him for 4 or 5 months. I'm not going to say, hey, Bruce, you didn't call me. It's not like that. We pick up where we left off. You know, when you have a small group of people like that,
I do though, Miguel. I mean, Theo, I get upset and I get hurt shit when I don't hear from you, man. Whether you don't hear, from me, but I was just I was shattered the other day, holding a clutch in my pillow and everything because I hadn't heard from you.
Had a tear coming down his eye.
Yeah, coming down his eye. Yeah, but as we get older and we.
Well, we hope that you had a good time with us, Theo, today. And I'm telling you, we always hate. The worst part about a podcast is that they always have to end. It's the worst part of getting started.
Time flew. I'm still ready to talk.
Yeah.
Well, I always say this. I can't.
We'll bring you back.
With us, time flies.
I forgot to hit the record button again. Again. They're gonna fire me. They're getting tired of me.
I hate you.
But you definitely have to come back. I mean, we say this to everybody that comes to the show because it's so entertaining. It's so entertaining, and we have so much fun. And there is always a lot of stuff that gets left out that because of the time, we didn't get to it. There were tons of things that I wanted to talk about with you and ask you about people that I haven't seen for a long time, like Joe and Richie and
well,
those
it's
guys.
funny. I had a list of all those people I was going to thank who actually helped make my career. Like,
Go ahead.
Yeah.
Joe Giamo and Mike Darley and all those guys that helped me increase my level of dress. Tommy Florio and Frank Dorcasio and all those guys that go back that really think, wow, they kind of shaped me and made me. And I know as people mentioned, you learn a lot of things from everybody. You learn the good and what not to do and how not to be. How you treated me, I don't want to treat anybody that way.
Correct.
So it just makes you a better person if you can take all that and mold it into the best person that you are. So
who else do you want to thank that you can think of? We have time. Go ahead.
Bruce,
no pressure.
Thank you.
Right on time, right on cue. See, I didn't even have to wink.
I got that.
But if you ever get in touch with Joe and Richie, please give them my best. Joe and Richie
died. Richie died.
Young Richie Jr.?
Oh no, young Richie. No.
Oh.
Yeah, Joe.
No, I knew the father.
In Arizona. Glenn Casal, I think still.
Glenn is right there in Las Vegas. Yeah.
Yeah, and Rick is still in Florida, I believe. I called him one time. It was a vendor came in trying to get a game in, and I guess he knew somehow that I was connected with the Zapulas. He said, "Yeah, Richie." I was like, "Yeah, Richie who?" He said, "Richie Zapula." I said, "Yeah, he passed away." He said, "No, young Richie." He said to say hi. I said, "You got his number?" So he gave me his number. I called right away. He didn't answer the phone. So
when you mentioned Glenn Casal, please, if you see Glenn, tell him I love him. He blocked me because of something that was really insignificant.
We got to tell you the story sometime.
He knows, Theo knows the story. It didn't mean nothing. I was just, when I texted, it was in capital letters. He stopped yelling at me. I wasn't yelling. It was just, Kellen Kaepernick or something. I don't know. He blocked me.
We gotta get Glenn
I love him.
in here. We gotta get Glenn in.
I miss him, man.
But you gotta get Glenn on there.
Yeah. Let's go. Tell Glenn that we want him on.
Tell him you like guns or something, Miguel. He likes guns.
I love
motorcycles and golf.
Yeah. Well, it's not a real motorcycle. He's got the 3-wheel thing. It's not a real motorcycle.
That's because he's too old. Glenn is too old.
Older, those are the things. I wouldn't mind having one of those myself now.
It was a spider or something like that.
And eat a candy bar. Don't have to put your feet down.
You look like the ice cream man. Remember the ice cream man that used to come around in the motorcycle?
All right, stop. Here we go with the story. Stop.
I worked on the ice cream truck when I was.
Theo, it's great seeing you.
Oh, it's a pleasure, my man. Great seeing you, Theo.
It was great to meet you. It was great to meet you.
She's coming out to Vegas. She's going to come and look you up so you can take her and show her around.
Yeah.
Bruce, we'll probably be there at G2E.
How to gamble.
Yeah. We'll be there for G2E, Theo. Hopefully, all three of us will be there for G2E.
Okay, that'd be good. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Thanks for your support, man. We sure appreciate it. Love you, man.
Take care.
Take care, brother.
Okay.
Thank you.
You can actually click out, and we're gonna, I'll edit that part that I told you that.
I click out. You guys talk about me after I
Yeah.
leave.
Yes,
Absolutely.
exactly. We will talk about you.
You'll have to watch
Only
it
How
to see.
shitty,
things.
this is how
Only
bad
bad
the show
things.
was.
That's all right. No good with me.
Oh, he was terrible. Oh, you're still on? Oh, I'm
Yeah, still here, bro.
Oh my God, what was it?
Take care,
man.
Teddy.
See you.
Oh man, it was great seeing Teddy again. I haven't seen Teddy. Last time I've seen Teddy was actually
No, in Las Vegas.
at least 5 years ago.
No,
like
3-2-E.
5 years ago.
3-2-E.
G2E, yeah.
Mhm.
You know, the last time that you and I were together, that was
We were
in,
there.
17. Was it 17? No, 18.
18, 2018.
In
We were all
18,
together.
yeah.
We
So
were
it's
like
been 4 years.
we were like joined at the hip everywhere we moved. We were all together
Yeah.
like old ladies or old men. We couldn't leave each other. I didn't want to badmouth old
Yeah,
ladies.
and the bad part was that he was working and he couldn't dedicate time to us. And you know, we saw him, we said hello, we hung out
No,
for a few minutes.
you don't remember. He was joined at the hip everywhere we moved. Theo was right with us.
We moved, but we didn't, you know, we didn't want to take him away from his duties. But he's been always a down to earth person. I mean, I met Teddy in '85 at the castle, and he knew how to do the paperwork that he mentioned.
Smart man. Smart
They
man.
picked me. They picked a few people. I was one of them, and he taught me how to do it.
Mhm.
And from there on, I was doing it at least 2-3 nights a week. You had to, when the casino closed, go to every pit, pick up the paperwork, do the numbers, make sure everything was good, and then you had to go to the second floor and send faxes to the big wheels, to even to Donald Trump. I had to send the fax to his office,
Wow.
what the numbers were the night before.
Yeah.
And I thank him for that. And we worked together at the Showboat with Bruce. All three of us were there. And Teddy was always a down to earth guy, funny as hell. We were always cracking jokes, smart, sharp dresser. Him and Bruce were always competing who was better dressed. I beat them both, of course. So,
Of course. Of course.
no
No doubt.
We had a great crew of dressers there at the Showboat. Remember, Bruce? A lot of people that dress good, and we were all young kids. We were young kids. We were in late 20s, early 30s, and it was awesome for us. So it was great to see him and have him here for a nice conversation once more time in Check's Play.
Yeah, it was great. Like I'm really happy that we brought this topic about the moral part, taboo part of the casino, and that you explained this like from the real side a little bit. Like not, I like what Bruce said. Like it's a move that what people think like, and this is a taboo part is like kind of in movies that it's not real,
Yes.
and they have never maybe been in a casino. They just really don't know like what they are talking about.
Well, many things that you see in
But
movies,
there is this image exactly. Yes. And I'm happy that we brought this issue and like a little bit, clear the image and make it more real. Yeah.
Great.
Well, listen,
Great.
folks, this has been a great episode. This was actually this would be number 12. Howard Dreitzer was our previous podcast to be posted. I guess by the time this is on aired, we will actually have an opportunity to see Howard Dreitzer. But Theo Smith, big honor. So thanks everybody. You did a great job. It's great to be with you guys.
Yay.
Miguel, Casa.
Always a pleasure.
I always enjoy the time that we get to hang out. New things are coming with the podcast. Please keep watching. You'll see some things that are going to be changing soon, recently. All because of you, all because of the things that we've been hearing from you and the feedback. So we're working to get better. So we listen, we take action, and hopefully we'll continue to grow. Thank you.
Exactly.
Check's Play.
Thank you. Check's
Thank you.
Play.
Let's do it.
Bye.
Let's do it.
Let's do it. Yay.